Hello again, guys. Um, so I'm gonna talk. I'm making this video so that I could talk about my predictions for Five Nights at Freddy's as this phenomenon, like this. I don't know, like mainstream since. Or I'm gonna talk about my predictions for FNAF as now this big because it's a big thing now, and we got because since we got like since since we got how should I say this, we got you're getting like a freaking real life Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria in the American Dream Mall in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And still to this day, I'm still very happy and excited about this. I can't wait until next year. I'm just counting down on that. It's gonna be really fun. I know I can't go there that easily because I'm not even in the United States anymore. Uh, but I'm planning to go back there after like 3 more years after I finish college. So, anyways, you see these pictures here, right? On my YouTube post, there is this picture as well, and this one too. Now you might be wondering why do I have a picture of time that says has a signs that are labeled Times Square and Broadway. When you see this, you would immediately get the idea that this is like New York, right? So hear me out. Hear me out. For anyone who's watching this, before I reveal my prediction for Five Nights at Freddy's, you see this. If any of you you see this picture over here? Have any of you guys familiar with this movie? This is a fan-made movie that was like years ago. This is a fan movie made by Bubblegum Monsters on YouTube. I watched this when I was a kid. This is a fan movie, right? But now in the future we got the real actual FNAF movies trilogy right now. This is the fan movie back then before we got a real movie, and this is the actual movies. The actual animatronics from the movies. Now we got a fake Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria photo. It turns out to be a hoax, right? Now we're getting a real life Freddy Fazbear's Pizza today. Next year, sorry. And now we got the FNAF fan made. This is the fan made Five Nights at Freddy's musical by Random Encounters. This is an iconic childhood favorite of mine. We got a fan made musical, right? What if this is Broadway. What if they actually what if FNAF hits Broadway? Can you imagine that? What if Five Nights at Freddy's hits the New York stage? Like, what if it hits Broadway? What if they actually make a freaking Broadway show based off of FNAF? Since because look, I think it's possible. Well, initially I thought I doubted that prediction, but I think it's possible since FNAF is now mainstream. Like we're FNAF is associated with a big company of American Dream, and they're actually getting a actual big. They're actually getting a mall. I mean, a restaurant in the mall in New Jersey. If this is the case, this is a step forward, right, for FNAF when it comes to this real life restaurant. What if FNAF eventually makes it to the Broadway or off Broadway, and by off Broadway, it's 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 a theater that that has less than 500 seats. Like, because a Broadway theater has 500 seats. If it's less than 500 seats, it's it's off Broadway theater. So all I'm saying is my prediction. What if FNAF makes it to Broadway, New York? Like, what if they actually what if they actually like what if they actually what if they actually create a brand new uh, show based off of Five Nights at Freddy's? Like imagine you have actors like dressing up as the human characters like the Aftons or Michael Afton. Imagine if the animatronics, the Fazbear gang on a Broadway stage, on a New York a professional stage. Like you either have uh, people acting in costumes and mascot costumes or puppets, and they're not on low budget. They're professional. They're high quality professional costumes, and suits. And imagine, I believe they must, if this happens, they should still include the Five Nights at Freddy's the Living Tombstone song. And what if I mean, since it's Broadway, they could include their original songs. That would be amazing. If that were to happen, that would be crazy. Like, like, FNAF could make it to Broadway, you know that? And plus, it would be the first adaptation based off of a video game. So, like, here's a pattern here. I see a pattern here for personally. Like, we used to have FNAF fan movies of Five Nights at Freddy's, and now we got official movies. We used to have a fake Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and now we have the actual pizzeria about to open next year. Now we have the fan musical, which is still amazing. We have the fan made musical, and now what if we get an actual musical from Broadway or off Broadway? This is a pattern for me. That's why, and that's how I predicted it, because I saw a pattern in this. No, it's not intended to be a pattern, but like, for personally, I analyzed it. I viewed this as a pattern. That would be so cool. Alright, guys. If anybody watched this, I wanna hear your thoughts on a Five Nights at Freddy's Broadway show happening. Like, what do you guys think about that? I wanna hear your thoughts. I'm ending this video. Good night.